Okay guys, so I am back from the our state's homeschool conference, the NCHE Homeschool Conference in North Carolina. We got back yesterday and we're just getting things unpacked today, so I figured I'd go ahead and show you what I got. This all of these items right here I purchased at a homeschool store in the town where the conference is. It's called Gullions. If you're a local, it's in Winston-Salem. They have one in Statesville, Kings, North Carolina, and Mount Airy. So they do not come to the conference, but they are close. And some things like this I found at the conference and then purchased there, because I take my used curriculum there and they buy it from me and give me store credit. So I only paid $5 for all this right here. So the first thing is a bird Fandex. We love studying birds. Mason did a bird study a couple years ago, and Riley's just now getting into birds, and he still can spot all the birds. And so I thought this was really neat to just find the bird, and you can read all the facts about that bird. And I'm sure, and they have these in a lot of different things. Next, I just got a reader for Mason, the Old Yeller. Then the next is this is a You Choose book. This year we'll be using Mystery of History, and of course we start out with ancient China, Rome, Greece, Egypt, and so I bought some supplements for that. And this was one of those. If you haven't used You Choose books, I'm going to do a separate video all about them coming up. Next is this is a little book with poems in it. We're going to be studying some poetry, and it was a really cheap book. I got this one just for when we get to that point. We kind of throw in a little bit here and there using Mystery of History. This is another really good book when you're studying Egypt. And then this really cool hieroglyphs stencil kit, and then the book, it goes into detail about what different hieroglyphs mean and how they use them, and I thought it was really cool. We just did Native Americans, so I thought that was cool. The next, all these are about like the Civil War. We won't be hitting the Civil War in Mystery of History for a very long time, but Mason is very interested in it. So we're going to do a quick unit study on the Civil War, and then when we get to that in Mystery of History, because it's a timeline based curriculum, we'll just pull these out again. But I figured we can just hit on it because he is very interested in it right now. So we've got a You Choose book, We the People book, Battle of Gettysburg, another Battle of Gettysburg. This is from the National Park Civil War series. These are really good books. Oop, I'm the wrong way. It's a really good book. And this one, I loved this. This is Civil War Days. Discover the past with exciting projects, games, activities, and recipes. So what I thought we would do is do it, just do a little, maybe do a lap book or something with the Civil War, and do some meals, Civil War era meals. And then I got this at the conference. It's a little bug magnifying glass holder thing with little holes in it, and it went over there. Little solar system, just because we don't have one, and I don't have anything to reference anything. So that is what I purchased, and what we're going to use as some supplements. Okay, so the next thing that I received was this character study from kindergarten through 2nd grade from Cat and Dog Theology, And I'm going to do a separate video on this, but I did receive this to review for the next year. And Mason had some birthday money. And this...
And I got a frog with it that I'm going to dissect, and I got astronaut ice cream.
Yeah, so I guess we're going to be dissecting that big old thing. You got that from Nature's Workshop at the vendor hall. Okay guys, so here's my wrap up of this year's conference. So you've seen what I purchased. There was a lot of construction going on this year, and that caused some hiccups, and it was also beneficial because they had to shut down the road, and that's a very busy road in downtown Winston-Salem, so it was nice that the road was shut down. However, the bottom of the convention center was completely closed, and so it was in 2 hotels and the convention center, so there was a lot of walking, a lot of packed elevators, so it took a very long time to go up and down from different levels. So you couldn't just run in and get something or run in and look real quick. You had to plan. Whoop, sorry. So overall, the speakers were great. I loved Kirk Martin, our keynote for Thursday night. He was so funny and offered so much help on just becoming a more positive parent and doing the like being calm and collected, and he offered a lot of good useful information. You might hear the tiller. My father-in-law's here getting our tiller. So I loved him. I chose to do a lot of dyslexic and struggling reading because that's where we're at with Mason. That's our biggest issue right now, is I'm trying to learn how to teach a child with dyslexia, and even though his is a more mild form of dyslexia, it's still, we have a lot of struggles with that. So I got a lot of good tips and some really good tricks that I can do and games I can do, in addition to our All About Spelling and All About Reading curriculum that we've been using. Also, he got to talk to some older teens there that went through some of the same struggles that he's going through now, so we really enjoyed that. The next thing, the vendor hall, it was wonderful. Even though it was broken up into a lot of different rooms, it was there was a lot of new people there that I hadn't noticed before or seen before, and there was a lot of good fellowship happening. Along with fellowship, I want to talk about the regional meetings. I met some really great people, the Whites and another couple families, and I enjoyed speaking with them on Thursday night, I believe it was, and we just really had a good time chatting. And they are all local, so we're going to try to do maybe a mini conference locally within our region, within our 15 counties, and just a small kind of day thing I think would be really good. Also, let's see, what else happened there? I'm trying to think. Oh, the governor! The governor came and spoke briefly Thursday night about House Bill 2. He got a standing ovation. I missed it all, of course. I got there as Kirk Martin was going on, but I heard that he did a great little speech there. There's not much else that I can think of. We really enjoyed it, and next year, I always stay with family, so next year I'm thinking about going ahead and booking a hotel in the Embassy Suites in downtown Winston-Salem. So I'm going to try to go ahead and book that in October when they become open again. Because it's, as a blogger, you're going back and forth, and you might just need to hit something for a few minutes, and then like this year I had a nurse and baby, so I was having to really plan out my time that I was there. But we enjoyed it, and I look forward to it next year.